Hey Taurus, I need you to sit down for this one because what I am seeing in these cards is absolutely not what I expected when I started shuffling for you. This is a general reading for entertainment purposes, so take what resonates and leave what does not. But the energy coming through right now is massive. You are about to experience something that will genuinely shock you in the best possible way. I am talking about a fortune coming in, a celebration you did not see coming, and a complete turnaround from what you have been experiencing. Before we dive into these 10 cards, understand that this reading is about future energy unfolding for you. And this is not meant to replace professional advice. What I am picking up is that you have been in a holding pattern, maybe feeling stuck or wondering when things would finally shift in your favor. That waiting period is ending. The energy I am sensing suggests you have been rebuilding, reassessing, maybe even questioning whether your efforts would pay off. Well, Taurus, the cards are showing me that not only are your efforts about to pay off, but they are about to exceed what you hoped for. There is this beautiful energy of unexpected abundance, of doors opening that you thought were closed, of recognition coming from places you did not anticipate. Each card here tells part of this incredible story unfolding for you. And I kept pulling and the message kept getting stronger. This is real. This is happening. And you need to be ready. The first card I pulled is the Ace of Wands, and Taurus. When this card landed in front of me, I felt this surge of creative fire energy that made me sit up straighter. This is pure potential, raw creative force, the beginning of something brand new that is going to ignite your world. What I am seeing here is a new opportunity literally being handed to you, like the universe is extending this magical wand saying, "Here. Take this and create something extraordinary." The Ace of Wands represents that spark of inspiration, that moment when everything clicks and you suddenly see a path forward you could not see before. For you specifically, this feels like a new business venture, a creative project suddenly taking off, or a completely unexpected opportunity landing in your lap seemingly out of nowhere. What is really interesting is that this is not something you have been forcing or pushing. This is the universe responding to all the inner work you have been doing, all the growth, all the patience. I am getting this strong sense that you have been planting seeds without fully realizing it, having conversations, learning new skills, putting yourself out there in small ways, and now those seeds are about to sprout spectacularly. The energy of this card is urgent and excited, barely able to contain itself. This is not a slow burn. This is ignition. In practical terms, this looks like getting a phone call or message that completely changes your trajectory, being offered a position or opportunity that feels almost too good to be true, or suddenly having the courage and clarity to start something you have been dreaming about. The Ace of Wands tells me your confidence is about to skyrocket because you will see concrete evidence you are on the right path. Pay attention to what excites you right now, what makes your heart race a little, because that is where this new beginning is taking root. My intuition tells me this involves your natural talents, things you do so well you almost take them for granted. The universe is about to show you just how valuable those gifts really are. Next comes the Emperor, and this is where things get powerful, because after that burst of creative inspiration from the Ace of Wands, now we have structure, authority, and solid manifestation energy. When the Emperor appeared, I immediately felt you stepping into a position of power and control you have been building toward. This is not just about having a good idea anymore. This is about having the resources, authority, and rock-solid foundation to make it happen. The Emperor represents mastery, leadership, the ability to create lasting structures that generate wealth and stability. What this reveals is that you are not just getting lucky, you are being recognized for your competence, reliability, and ability to build something real. This card shows me you are moving into a leadership role, whether leading a project, starting your own venture where you call the shots, or being given authority and decision-making power in an existing situation. There is beautiful synergy between the fiery inspiration of the Ace of Wands and the grounded manifestation power of the Emperor. You are not just dreaming anymore, you are building an empire. In real life, this manifests as finally getting that promotion you have been working toward, being put in charge of a major project with both responsibility and rewards, or successfully launching something of your own where you are the boss. The Emperor energy is also about financial security and material success, directly tied to that fortune mentioned earlier. I am seeing contracts, official agreements, things formalized in ways that bring stability and growth. What is happening beneath the surface is you claiming your power. You spent time, maybe years, proving yourself, being patient, doing the work even when it felt thankless. The Emperor is the universe saying, "You earned this, now step up and own it." The guidance here is not to shrink back when this opportunity comes. Do not downplay your qualifications or question whether you deserve this. You do. Accept the authority being offered and use it to create something that lasts. The Five of Swords comes next, and when I first saw this after such positive energy, I paused. But then I realized exactly what this shows, and it is actually incredibly empowering. The Five of Swords is about conflict that already happened, battles you fought, and specifically coming out of situations where there was competition, maybe betrayal, definitely struggle for power or recognition. What I am picking up is you have been dealing with people who tried to undermine you, take credit for your work, or keep you from advancing. There might have been workplace politics, jealousy from others, situations where you had to fight tooth and nail just to be heard or respected. This card shows me those battles are behind you now, and here is the key part: you won. You might not feel like you won because the Five of Swords can leave you exhausted and questioning whether it was worth it, but you did. You walked away from toxicity, stood your ground, refused to compromise your integrity, even when it would have been easier to just go along. The reason this card appears in this reading about unexpected fortune is because it shows you the contrast. You are moving from a situation where you had to fight for scraps, where people were competitive and small-minded, into the Emperor energy where you have your own kingdom. This transition is part of why what is coming will feel so shocking and celebratory. You are going from an environment of scarcity and conflict into one of abundance and authority. In practical terms, this might mean leaving a toxic job or partnership right before landing something infinitely better, or the people who tried to hold you back are about to watch you succeed beyond what they thought possible. There is justice energy here too. The universe saw what you went through, saw how you handled it with dignity, and is about to reward you for taking the high road. What you need to know is everything you learned in those difficult situations, every skill you developed while constantly proving yourself, is about to become incredibly valuable in this new chapter. Now we have the Queen of Cups, and when this card appeared, I felt this immediate softening, this beautiful emotional intelligence and intuitive wisdom coming through. After the battles of the Five of Swords, the Queen of Cups shows me you have not become hardened or bitter. You maintained your emotional depth, your compassion, your ability to connect with people on a real level. This is actually one of your secret weapons in what is coming. The Queen of Cups represents emotional maturity, strong intuition, the ability to nurture both yourself and others while maintaining healthy boundaries. What is fascinating here is how this plays into your unexpected fortune. Part of why this opportunity is coming to you specifically is because of your emotional intelligence and ability to understand people. Maybe you are moving into a role managing or leading others, and your empathetic leadership style is exactly what is needed. Or perhaps you are creating something that serves others deeply, meets an emotional or spiritual need, and people are going to respond powerfully. The Queen of Cups is also deeply intuitive, and I am sensing you have been getting gut feelings, little intuitive nudges about which direction to go, and those instincts have been right. Trust that. Your intuition is leading you toward this fortune, and the more you listen to that inner knowing, the faster you get there. In daily life, this looks like being the person everyone comes to for advice, having a natural ability to read situations and people accurately, or bringing a healing, nurturing quality to whatever work you do. People feel safe with you, they trust you, and that trust is about to translate into opportunity and abundance. What the cards want you to know is your softness is not weakness. Your emotional depth is not a liability. In a world that often rewards cold, cutthroat behavior, your ability to lead with heart is what makes you special and makes this particular success sustainable and fulfilling. The Eight of Wands just flew into this reading, and I mean literally, this card has the fastest energy in the entire deck. When I pulled this, I felt acceleration, this sense of everything suddenly moving at lightning speed after a period of feeling slow or stuck. The Eight of Wands represents swift action, rapid developments, messages and opportunities flying in from all directions, momentum that is undeniable. This is where that shock factor really comes in. What I am seeing is once things start moving, they are going to move fast. You might wake up one day soon and your phone is blowing up with opportunities, offers, messages, people suddenly wanting to work with you or be part of what you are building. This is the universe making up for lost time. If you felt like you have been waiting forever for your break, the Eight of Wands says the wait is over and everything is about to happen at once. This card often represents things happening across distances too, so this could involve communication from other cities or countries, online opportunities suddenly taking off, or connections being made spanning geographical boundaries. The energy here is exciting but can also feel overwhelming because it is so much so fast. In practical terms, get ready for your inbox to fill up, for your phone to ring with good news, for opportunities to come in multiples rather than one at a time. You might find yourself choosing between multiple good options, which is a beautiful problem to have after feeling like you had no options. What is happening is all the energy you have been putting out, all the work you have been doing, is finally catching up and arriving all at once. My advice here is, stay grounded even as things speed up. Do not say yes to everything just because it is coming fast. Remember that Queen of Cups intuition and use it to discern which opportunities align with where you really want to go. But definitely embrace the momentum and ride this wave because it is taking you exactly where you need to be. The Six of Swords appeared next, and this card gave me chills because it shows a journey, a transition from troubled waters to calmer ones, from a difficult chapter to peaceful new horizons. When this came up, I immediately understood that part of this unexpected fortune involves leaving something behind. The Six of Swords is about moving forward, often with help or guidance, toward a better situation. You are being carried toward your fortune, supported in ways you might not even fully realize. What this reveals is you are not just gaining something new, you are also releasing something old that has been weighing you down. This could be old beliefs about what you deserve, old situations limiting you, old relationships or partnerships not serving your highest good. The transition might have felt difficult or sad at times, like leaving behind what was familiar even though you knew it was not working, but this card confirms you made the right choice. You are heading toward clarity, peace, and ultimately prosperity. In real life, this manifests as relocating for an amazing opportunity, transitioning from one career to another in a way that feels both scary and right, or simply closing chapters with people or situations holding you back. The Six of Swords often involves a guide or helper, someone assisting in this transition. So pay attention to mentors, advisors, or even friends offering wisdom or practical help right now. What is happening beneath the surface is a complete mental and emotional shift. You are thinking differently, seeing possibilities you could not see before, and most importantly, you are willing to leave the shore of what you know for the promise of something better. That willingness is what allows the fortune to come in. The universe can only give you what you are willing to receive, and by choosing to move forward despite uncertainty, you are opening yourself to receive blessings that could not reach you in your old situation. The Moon card showed up, and this might seem like a curveball in a reading about fortune and celebration, but what I am picking up here is fascinating. The Moon represents intuition, the subconscious, things not yet fully visible, and trusting yourself when the path is not completely clear. When I saw this card, I realized part of your journey toward this fortune involves trusting something you cannot quite see or prove yet. You are being asked to move forward based on intuition, dreams, and inner knowing rather than concrete evidence. This is powerful because it means you are developing a relationship with your own intuition that will serve you for life. The moon shows me you have been receiving signs, synchronicities, dreams that feel meaningful, gut feelings about which direction to take. These are not random, these are your intuition communicating. And the more you trust and follow these inner nudges, the faster you move toward your fortune. There might be moments where the logical mind questions whether you are making the right choice, where things feel uncertain or unclear, but the moon tells you uncertainty is actually part of the magic right now. You are being guided even when you cannot see the full picture. In practical terms, this looks like making a decision you cannot fully explain to others but feels absolutely right to you. Following a hunch that leads to an unexpected opportunity, or allowing yourself to explore a path that feels mysterious or unconventional. The emotional landscape here involves learning to be comfortable with not knowing everything, trusting you are being led even through the fog. What the cards want you to know is your intuition is your compass right now. When you feel pulled towards something, even if it does not make logical sense, honor that pull. The fortune coming is not arriving through predictable, logical means. It is arriving through the mystical, the synchronistic, the intuitive path that only you can see and feel. The Hermit appears next, and this card shows me something crucial about the internal work you have done that directly connects to why this external fortune is now arriving. The Hermit represents solitude, inner wisdom, spiritual seeking, and time spent alone reflecting and growing. When this card appeared, I felt this deep knowing that you have been through a period, maybe recently or over the past year, where you pulled back from the noise of the world to figure out who you really are and what you really want. You have been doing serious, soul-searching work. Maybe you stepped back from social situations that felt draining, took time away from dating or relationships to focus on yourself, or simply carved out space for introspection and personal growth. This hermit phase was necessary because you were finding your light, your truth, your authentic path. And now that you've found it, now that you know who you are and what you stand for, the external world is ready to reflect that clarity back to you in the form of opportunity and abundance. The Hermit shows me your fortune is not random luck. It is direct result of the inner work you did. You raised your vibration, cleared out old patterns and beliefs, got serious about what you want to create in this life. The universe rewards that kind of intentional growth. In real life, this manifests as suddenly attracting opportunities perfectly aligned with who you really are, not who you thought you should be. The work you do now will feel meaningful and fulfilling in a way it never did before because it comes from an authentic place. People will be drawn to your energy because you are no longer performing or pretending. You are just being yourself, and that authenticity is magnetic. What is happening beneath the surface is integration. Everything you learned during your hermit phase is now ready to be brought out into the world and shared. The guidance here is continue honoring your need for solitude and reflection, even as external opportunities increase. Keep that connection to your inner wisdom strong because that will help you navigate success with grace and keep you grounded when things get exciting and busy. The Tower card is here, and I know this card can look scary, but in the context of this reading about unexpected fortune, the Tower shows me something needed to fall apart to make room for what is coming. When this card appeared, I understood you have already been through or are just finishing a Tower moment, a situation where something you thought was solid suddenly crumbled, where plans fell through, where you experienced an upheaval that shook your foundation. This could have been a job loss, a relationship ending, a health crisis, or any situation where life essentially said, "This is not working anymore, and we are starting over." Here is the thing about the Tower. It only destroys what was built on a faulty foundation. It clears away what is not meant for you, what is not aligned with your highest good, even when that clearing feels devastating at the time. Looking back now, You can probably see what fell apart needed to fall apart, even if it hurt. The Tower is in this reading to show you the contrast and help you understand why what is coming will feel so shocking and celebratory. You went through destruction, survived it, rebuilt yourself from the ground up, and now the universe is ready to reward that resilience with something solid, real, and lasting. The fortune coming is being built on a strong foundation this time, on truth and authenticity and alignment. It cannot be shaken because it is real. In practical terms, this might mean the job you lost was limiting you, and the new opportunity will be so much better, or the relationship that ended was keeping you from meeting someone truly right for you, or the old way of living was preventing you from discovering your real purpose. What you need to know is every tower moment in your life has been preparing you for this breakthrough. You are stronger, wiser, clearer about what you want and will not tolerate. That clarity is what allows you to recognize and seize the fortune when it arrives. The final card is the Page of Pentacles. And Taurus, this is such a perfect ending because it brings us full circle and shows me exactly what this fortune looks like and how you need to approach it. The Page of Pentacles represents new beginnings in the material world, opportunities for learning and growth that lead to tangible results, and the energy of a diligent student willing to put in the work to master something valuable. When this card appeared, I felt this sense of grounded excitement, like you are standing at the beginning of something with real potential to grow into lasting wealth and success. The page is young energy, not in age, but in fresh starts and new ventures. What I am seeing is this fortune comes in the form of an opportunity that might start small or seem modest at first, but has incredible growth potential. This is not get rich quick. This is the beginning of building real sustainable wealth and success. The Page of Pentacles is dedicated, practical, and willing to learn. This tells me you will approach this opportunity with the right mindset, ready to absorb new information, develop new skills, and put in consistent effort. In real life, this manifests as starting a business with solid growth potential, being offered training or education that increases your earning power, or beginning a project or job that starts as one thing and evolves into something much bigger and more profitable over time. The key here is not to underestimate small beginnings. The page might seem less impressive than the Emperor or other cards we saw, but this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where you take inspired action and turn potential into reality. What is happening is you are being given a seed, a genuine opportunity with real value, and what you do with it determines how big it grows. My intuition tells me this involves something you are naturally good at, something that feels manageable and even enjoyable, which is why it has such good long-term prospects. When work does not feel like work because you are in your zone of genius, success becomes inevitable. The guidance here is show up with consistency, be willing to learn and grow, stay humble and focused on mastering your craft, and trust that small steps taken daily lead to massive results over time. So Taurus, let me bring this together because what I see in these cards is truly extraordinary. You are moving from a period of struggle, conflict, and uncertainty into a chapter where opportunity, abundance, and recognition flow to you in ways that will genuinely surprise you. The shock and celebration are real. This is not hype. You did the inner work during your hermit phase, survived the tower moments that cleared away what was not meant for you, maintained your emotional intelligence and intuition through difficult times, and now it is all paying off. The Ace of Wands lights a fire under new beginnings. The Emperor gives you authority and structure to build something lasting, and the Page of Pentacles hands you a real, tangible opportunity to create wealth. The Eight of Wands tells me this happens fast, multiple opportunities arriving at once, and the Six of Swords confirms you are moving toward calmer, more prosperous waters. Even the challenging cards like the Five of Swords and the Tower show me how far you have come and why you are ready for this blessing. You earned this, Taurus. You survived what would have broken other people. kept your heart open when you had every reason to close it, and trusted yourself enough to keep moving forward even when the path was unclear. That takes courage and faith, and the universe is about to show you it was all worth it. Remember, this is a general reading for entertainment purposes, and what I am interpreting is the energy I see in these cards for you. Take what resonates, trust your own intuition about what feels true, and get ready, because something incredible is unfolding. This fortune is not just money, though financial abundance is absolutely part of it. This is about finally being recognized for who you are and what you bring to the world. This is about opportunities that excite you and make you feel alive. This is about building something that matters, that lasts, that reflects your true values and talents. Stay open, stay ready, and most of all, believe you deserve every bit of the goodness coming your way.